Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Newman City Council regular meeting of September 24th, 2019. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag and remain standing for the invocation. Ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you remain standing, please? Let's pray. We pray tonight that God will grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, roll call, please.
Councilman McDonald.
Here.
Graham.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Candia.
Here.
Day.
Here.
Mayor Martina.
Declaration of conflict of interest. There being none tonight. Next item is ceremonial matters, and we have a badge pinning of police officers Mark Boris and Victor Gill. And the chief is going to do the honors tonight, so go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everyone. I know we'll lose most of our audience here in about 15 minutes, but you get to enjoy them for a moment. This is an exciting time for us. We're back up to full staff, thanks to you guys. City Manager Michael Holland for allowing and helping us do some interviews with these two that you'll get to be introduced to tonight. So let's just go ahead and get on with it. Victor and Mark, please join me up here. Just do a quick introduction as they're walking up. Victor Gill was born in Modesto, raised in Newman. He's 24 years old. He's the middle child of three. Come on, don't be scared, I don't bite. I know I'm big and scary, but you're bigger. He graduated from high school from Boris in 2013. He went on to get his associate's degree in criminal justice. The one part I'm a little iffy on, in 2016 he became a volunteer firefighter, where I tried not to hold that against him. We're going to see how it all works out, but you can see his firefighter friends and family are here to help. He was a smart one. They obviously haven't made the journey over to the correct side yet, but we're still hopeful with a few of them. Tonight he's joined by his mom, his dad, older sister Yvonne, little sister Camelia, and friends. He didn't even name you guys. That's how you guys know it started already. Mark Boris was born in 1990 in Hayward, California. He grew up in Fremont and Stockton. He moved to Newman in 2017 with his wife Desiree, and they recently had Rylan, who is, 4 months now? 5 months? Going on 5 months old. Mark attended Kansas Wesley University, where he played football. He didn't mention that on his bio, but I know that he played football. He also received 2 bachelor's degrees, one in sociology and one in criminal justice. Prior to coming to work for the city of Newman, he worked at Crate and Barrel and Restoration Hardware in Patterson. We put him through the academy. Another part that he failed to mention on his bio that he wrote out for me is that he did receive an award in the academy that was voted on by his peers, which meant a lot to me because it wasn't just the instructor saying, oh yeah, he did the most push-ups. It was the 10-11 award, which the class voted on for the person that they would want to be there to back him up. So that's how reliable and things like that he was. I don't know how he has spare time, but he says in his spare time he enjoys coaching football and spending time with his family. Apparently we don't work you enough. All right. Mark would like to recognize his son Ryland, wife Desiree, his parents Tracy and Richard, his in-laws Robert and Lisa, and for all their support and love. I didn't say the love, it was written on there. I'm just saying. All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yes, sir. Chief.
I need you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm
I, Victor Gill, do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties in which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
Congratulations, welcome to the family. Take a short break.
Yeah, okay. Right now, we're gonna take a short break. These gentlemen, new officers, have to practice eating. Anyway, we're gonna take a short break and,
That's right.
please make yourself at home.
And you're gonna come.
No, I'm not. I know the firefighter, there's snacks and stuff in the bag, you guys can have some too.
On our maps has a big, huge red X.
They know.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
There goes all the hard work and dedication.
Come back.
was amazing.
That's neat.
I was impressed.
Okay, if I could have everyone's attention, we'll resume our meeting. Item 7, items from the public. These are non-agenda items. Anyone that would like to speak to the council, please go to the podium, state your name and address for the record. So, ladies first.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here tonight. My name's Sophia Petrakis, and I'm with the Stanislaus County Library over on Kernan R. And today, I have a lot to talk about once I find my notes. Just want to talk about our programs, and we are trying to do as many programs as we had, even though we have less staff hours in Newman than we did before. We're still trying our best, a little stressed because of it, trying to jam pack as much as we can during our workday. We've been doing programs almost every Tuesday of the month. September, we did go down to just 2 programs. We had Slime and Bodapalooza on Tuesdays. Bodapalooza today was a blast. We took a whole bunch of our leftover craft supplies, water bottles, straws, anything, and had the kids make their own boats. We put the boats in a bucket of water to see if it floated. If it did, we put marbles on it and see how many marbles it can hold before it sinks. One of the girls got 88 marbles in her boat.
My goodness.
But on average, I think most of the boats held about 30 to 40 marbles. My boat held 4. But it was definitely beautiful. So our monthly adult programs, we started doing a teen adult programs this month. Pumpkin spice bath fizzies. October for teen and adults, we're going to decorate sugar skulls. And for November, we're doing some Christmas card making. And yes, we are doing that before Thanksgiving, starting a holiday early. Okay, I know I have more to talk about. I always do. Yes, we got new chairs. Even though we have less staff hours, we now have new chairs to sit on. They are purple, bright purple. They are less dangerous than our old ones. Our old ones were like from the 70s, and they were this like fake wood with the vinyl wood covering on it and metal. So they were heavy, they had sharp points on them, and now we have some nice sturdy plastic ones, and of course, had to choose purple. So you should come down, check them out, see what you think. And they're just the right size. We can add more seating around the wall for story time, so more parents can sit so they don't have to sit on the floor. Okay, so now for programs. October. We are having our normal story time on Wednesdays. We move and play right after that. From October 5th to 11th, we have our Friends of the Newman Library book sale. The Friends of the Library support all of our programs. They fundraise for money so we can buy crafts, prizes, snacks. A lot of our funding comes from them. The county, we get a little bit, but without the Friends of the Library, we would not be able to do as much as we do. Okay, October 12th, that's the teen adult sugar skulls. October 15th, nature print paper. I think I explained that last time, but as a refresher, I don't know how many of you have developed film or done like flash photography. So flash photography, you basically take your photo paper, put an object down, flash a light on that, then develop the film right away in your solutions. With this nature print paper, all you need is sunlight and water. So kids can kind of learn the process. It's a STEAM program without being labeled STEAM. So I'm excited to teach them about that. On the 19th of October, Python Run is coming down. The Modesto Library Children's Department helps plan all of Python Run or summer reading performers. So they deal with all that, thank goodness, and they do amazing, and we get it set up like a year in advance. So I'm thrilled to have Python Run because he has all the creepy-crawly, like cockroaches and spiders in addition to the reptiles, snakes, lizards. It's just fun and gross. On October 22nd, we have our mini Pinata craft. We're doing either a circle or a square, and the kids get to decorate their own and fill it with candy. But I'm going to have them tape up the boxes after we put the candy in, so they really have to hit it to get their candy. They got to work for it. On the 29th, we have Beware What's in the Box. So we're going to have about 6 boxes set up with mystery items in there that the kids have to reach in. They have to guess what it is. Allie actually gave me the idea for that with the Orbeez that she does for all the events. And then the kids will fill out a card what they think is actually in there, and then there'll be candy and prizes. Okay, November. We are finished planning November, and I just can't believe it. Cartoon flip books on November 5th. So you make a little animation on paper, and then you flip the pages, and it shows like a stick figure running or something like that. And then the 9th of November, that's when we'll have the teen adult card making. On the 12th of November, we have Read to a Dog. Pause for Friends is going to come out with a couple dogs. Kids come in and read to the dogs and pet them and love on them, and I'm thrilled because we get the dogs. We're going to have Lego Derby on the 14th, that's a Thursday, and then on the 19th of November, we're going to have our annual Harry Potter party. We switched up the games and activities than we did last year. So we'll have new stuff for the kids to do so they don't get too used to the same thing. We can't have them expecting something. We need to surprise them. And then we'll be closed for Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. So the 28th and the 29th will be closed. Okay, and I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for having me here.
Well, thank you.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Do you guys do something for Halloween?
Oh, we're going to be joining Trunk or Treat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Great.
We are currently working on our theme. We haven't figured it out yet. We're thinking fairy tales. We were thinking something maybe more library, but we just kind of want to choose cute outfits to wear.
Oh, that's great that you guys are hooking up together.
Yeah. Allie's my go-to person, and hopefully I'll be at the farmer's market soon, thanks to her.
Great. Thank you.
Another question for you, if I may. You said you're short on staff
We-
cutbacks.
We have less staff hours. There were some budget cuts. And so unfortunately, Newman was one of the places some of our staff hours were cut.
Talk to him. I know. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because you have a fantastic program going here at the library, and maybe you can get some people to volunteer.
All our volunteers, our high school volunteers, and we have a couple moms to volunteer. We would sink without them. They are there craft prep, cleaning. During the program, they help kids out and other families. They set up for the program, they take down for the program, all of it.
Fantastic. Great. Appreciate what you're doing with what you have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. With that, is there anyone else who would like to speak to the council at this time? Well, we do have 2 two young men here tonight that are taking notes, and I know they're from a class from Morris Demba, correct?
Yes.
And if you'd like to say something to the audience, we'd love to have you go up to the podium and state your name and address and say something about you. If you don't feel comfortable, that's okay too. You're okay? Okay.
Good.
Anyway, we appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, with that, we're going to move on to item 8, which is consent calendar. Waive all readings of ordinance and resolution except by title. B, approval of warrants. C, approval of minutes of September 10th, 2019 meeting.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as read.
And I'll second that.
Okay, a motion's been made and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Thank you. 9 is the public hearing, and there is none tonight. So we're going to move on to item 10, which is regular business. A, second reading and adoption of ordinance 2019, next number, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Newman, amending Title 11.05.040, water rates of the Newman City Code, setting water rates, fees, and related services charges effective November 1st, 2019, and authorizing staff to publish a summary of said ordinance.
Evening, Mayor and council members. In July of this year, the city adopted a water rate study that looked at our historical operating costs and projected what our future operating costs would be. It also looked at our ongoing future costs and our cost of capital improvement projects. And from these items, it calculated what rates would be needed to support these future expenditures. To adopt the rates from this study, the city went through the Proposition 218 process, providing our citizens the opportunity to provide comment and to protest the adoption of these rates. The city received 8 protest votes at our last meeting. And finally, at our last meeting, the city introduced this ordinance. Tonight, the council votes on its adoption. Should the council vote to adopt, the new water rates would become effective November 2nd. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Were there any additional protests?
No. We're not allowed to take any after that, but there weren't any others that came in.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I have no other question.
Give the audience, is anybody audience would like to speak to that matter? If not, we're going to bring it back to the council for direction.
I move that we approve the second reading and adoption of ordinance, next number 2019, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Newman, amending Title 11.05.040, water rates of the Newman City Code, setting water rates, fees, and related service charges effective November 1st, 2019, and authorizing staff to publish a summary of said ordinance.
And I'll second that.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Thank you, Lou. A, first reading and introduction of ordinance number 2019, next number, an ordinance amending Title IV Building Regulations of the Newman City Code, incorporating the California Code of Regulations, Title 24, 2019 edition of the California Building Standard Code.
Mr. Mayor, Council, the model codes are updated every 3 years. This allows the code to improve and adjust to the newest materials, methods of construction, and technological advances in the industry. The California Building Standard Commission adoption of the 2019 code comes after a comprehensive multi-state agency and stakeholder update of the 2016 building codes. The objective is to produce a practical building code that ensures public safety while implementing the most efficient technology available to conserve the state's natural resources and energy use. California's building code is applicable to virtually every commercial and residential structure in the state. The new 2019 California Building Code contains 13 parts that incorporate public health, life safety, and general welfare standards used in the design and construction of buildings in California. These parts incorporate the latest national standards in the international building, residential, and fire codes, California green and energy codes, National Electrical Code, and the Uniform Mechanical and Plumbing Code. The proposed effective date for the City of Newman will be January 1st, 2020. As part of this adoption process, this department has made every effort to notify the affected parties of the proposed changes. Do you have any questions?
Any questions from the council?
No. None.
If not, I'm going to bring it back to council for direction.
I move that we have approve the first reading and introduction of ordinance number 2019 next in number, an ordinance amending Title IV Building Regulations of the City of Newman City Code, incorporating the California Code of Regulations Title 24, 2019, edition of the California Building Standards Code.
Second the motion.
Okay, a motion been made and second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
C, report of Newman Chamber of Commerce tree lighting event at the downtown plaza.
Evening, Mayor, council members. The Newman Chamber of Commerce has requested exclusive use of the downtown plaza and the 1300 block of Main Street on Saturday, December the 7th of this year, from 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. to host their annual tree lighting event. This has fire truck rides as usual from 3:30 to 5, food and craft booths, as well as a DJ that'll be playing holiday music, and of course, this will be a no alcohol served or sold event. There is also a community parade that is scheduled and in the works as we speak. You will note that the time is 1 hour later this year and has been explained to me to help disseminate some raffle prizes after the actual lighting event occurs and help get that facilitated and that extra time frame there. The Chamber has made the following request. They would like exclusive use of the plaza and the 1300 block of Main Street, waive the parade permit fee, which I believe is $25, waive the standards of downtown events in the areas of cleanup, insurance, traffic crowd control device costs, and restroom and electrical use fees. All other standards for downtown events will apply to this event. And I can answer any questions that you may have. 3:30 p.m.
No questions from the council? Wouldn't think Christmas was darn close.
December is just a little bit past 60 days out, so. it's
December
coming up.
7th, right?
December 7th, Saturday.
I move that we accept the report on the Newman Chamber of Commerce tree lighting event at the downtown plaza.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 5-0. Thank you
you.
so much. Okay. 11, items from District 5 Stanislaus County Supervisor, Mr. Jim D. Martini.
Good evening, Mayor Martina, members of the council. I have a few things for you tonight. First of all, I told you that last time I would talk to the Public Works Director about the status of the Hills Ferry Bridge. I talked to our department head, David Linos, and that bridge will remain open under construction. Apparently what they're going to do is build a new half to the bridge while you use the old half, and then tear down that half, then you'd be using the new part of the bridge for a while till it was all done. It's the same process we did for McHenry Avenue Bridge and also the Carpenter Road Bridge. It will be different though for the 7th Street Bridge. That one will be completely torn down. So anyway, the bridge will be open. I don't know how much traffic a day goes through there, but still, it shouldn't really inconvenience anybody. So I wasn't sure whether the whole bridge is going to be torn down and rebuilt, but apparently it's not. So you won't have to deal with any detours.
Yeah, we do too as well.
I think, as I told you last time, the county has approved the contract with Wood Rogers for engineering at the air base. That's a $4 million contract. And they're started now, it's already gone. Excuse me. I've had the flu the last few days, and my throat is scratchy, but I'm not contagious.
Run,
Chief's moving
is there.
over.
My throat is just scratchy, but actually I'm okay today. Anyway, there will be a groundbreaking next year sometime as we get the engineering done and realize what it is we have to do. This is mostly for storm drainage and roads, that sort of thing. And then we will begin construction after that, so. Oh, that's nice. You got a full-service city here. Thank you. My throat really is scratchy.
We don't do that for just anybody, Jim.
Oh, boy, thank you very much. Anyway, we're finally, after all these years of the air base and a lot of missteps along the way, we'll do the groundbreaking next year after the engineering is done. And we will then hire a company that will actually do the work by putting in the roads and the storm drainage, bringing in the utilities, and we will be drilling new water wells out there too. Anyway, it's coming along, so I think we did $2 million for the environmental impact report, $4 million for the engineering, so county's commitment is $22 million. And as we get the infrastructure in, then we will look for a developer who will try and do something, but the county will put in all the backbone infrastructure and that thing for the minimum commitment of $22 million to get the project off the ground. As far as what the task force is doing, we are doing our senior health and nutrition program on September 30th, which is Monday. That will be beginning at 12:30 till 2 o'clock. Be cooking demonstrations and some speakers there. It's a free event for seniors as the nutrition requirements are a little different. You know, I'm only 39, but I understand that it's different as you get older. So. But
How
this
old
is our.
did you say?
39.
Yeah,
Jack Benny's age.
yeah, I'm same age as Jack Benny there. And it's. Some things there's just no explanation for. All my friends I went to high school with are 66, and I'm 39. Just can't explain it, though. But anyway, this is, our program for seniors. It's our second annual free event. So Hammond Senior Center in Patterson, 12:30 to 2. So it's the public's welcome. It's a free event, and it's advertised in the Patterson paper. And the art and essay contest is underway. I made presentations to all three school districts last month. So the deadline for the entries is November 1st. And then the following week, we will judge the entries at Gustine City Hall, print up our calendar, and then give the awards away in December before the Christmas break. And the next meeting of the task force is October 17th in Patterson. So it was in Newman the last time. Thank the city for providing the meeting place for us. Very nice of you. So we're just moving along. We're doing actually, our children program next and senior program right now. Then we will begin planning for the health summit, probably at our next meeting. And, we have, a variety of stuff that we do year round for all ages, so for the benefit of the people who live in this area. So, and that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Hope you feel better, man.
Actually, I'm feeling okay. It's when I talk, my throat got dry. It's scratchy, so I think the city, you got a great city manager there, so you want to hang on to him. I really appreciate that. It made
Thank
a
you for the
difference.
update.
Thank you, Jim.
I was just about, couldn't talk anymore once I got the water.
Item 12, items from the city manager and staff.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one or two quick things. So as you know, a number of years ago, we bought, that 100 acres out on Canal School in Inyo, and it's been kind of been sitting there, and you've seen a lot of cattle in there. It's an exciting time for Public Works Director Reyes and I as we are putting together, and there's a team that's assembling right now to really get some strong grant applications in, and those grants will all be going in the next 30 to 45 days, and it's an exciting time. Today we had design charrette is where they just kind of work together with some designers and they give us their ideas and then we consolidate those into a bigger plan. And some of the stuff they were thinking about and adding that we hadn't even thought about just kind of raises this level. It's going to be a huge project. It's going to be very beautiful, and it's going to put us on the map with respect to no one else in the valley is doing projects like this. And so we're excited about it. One of the grants that we have, the guy was like, look, you've already been invited back for a former proposal, and unless you really screw this up, you're going to get the money. And he's the one going to write it for us, the grant. So we're excited about that, and so the LID stuff. So exciting stuff. We're really excited. Like I said, Catherine and I are really excited about this. It's actually coming fruition now, and so we think that's going to be a great community amenity. Outdoor classroom kind of settings out there, and some trailways, and the possibility of a track or walking trail around the outside. It could be the walk to ran. It'd be about 2 miles, and if you did the full circle on there. And so there's some really good things that are going to occur out there. So we're really excited about that. And then just the other thing, just for Councilmember McDonald and Graham, just 10/15, October 15th is our next 2+2, 4 p.m. here at the City Council. We'll send out a reminder for you that week as well. So we were trying to get that scheduled for today, but Catherine and I drove down to San Luis Obispo today. Drove 3 hours for a 2-hour meeting and then 3 hours back. So, but again, we think it was worthwhile to get that done. We go to Sacramento next week to meet with members of the resource agency that's on a one-on-one kind of meeting to talk about our project and really share it. And so we're really moving along, and we're really going to be competitive in our grant applications. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, and see if we can get that done for you and for this community.
Great. Sounds exciting, Michael.
Yeah.
Are we still working with UC Merced?
Yes, we actually have UC Merced. We'll have a portion of it. We have a watershed group that's a portion of it, and then we have another group that's going to be recreating some natural wetlands as part of that, and then we have another group that's working on a grant for the kind of, I want to say park amenities, but the trails and the outdoor education program that goes along with that. So there's multiple groups working together, and we're also applying for another $500,000 grant to do the CEQA document. Okay. So there's a lot of moving parts right now Catherine's doing an excellent job of keeping all the balls up in the air right now as we try to juggle this thing, but if it all comes together, it's going to be really fast, and it's going to be nice. So.
Right.
Yeah, I think this thing would be an amazing addition to our city, and just so many things, so many ways for educational, for just the community to go walk on, and
yeah, and they're going to have
really neat.
So we'll have bike and pedestrian paths to the place, and then you obviously trails that you can walk and ride your bike out there, and places
Really
for
neat.
sitting down for picnics, and so we're just really trying to get it all out there. And ultimately, what lands in the first phase will just depend on how much money we get.
Right. Sure.
But we'll work with the council. We're going to come in and do another design charrette in the community. We've already asked them once or twice. Newman Together, there was a group out there asking what they wanted, and as you know, at the Fall Festival, we were asking people what kind of amenities they wanted in our parks. This would be another one that we could have another design charrette and get people in here and actually putting things on paper that what the community wants, because ultimately, this is a community project, and we want to design what they want. So we'll get their input, and we think it'll be really good, and that'll be heavily advertised as well.
Well, it looks like your plan is really flowing right in with the growth of the city, because as we talk, this city is just growing. People are moving in here, and like I stated at our last meeting, the word is getting around how safe we are here, and people are liking what they see and what they hear. I know we want to be one of those cities that's quiet kept, to try to, stay, very low key, but people are hearing about Newman, and they're moving here.
Yeah, and I've told you before, we're kind of at our limits in terms of how much we can continue to grow. We don't have a lot of available residential nor non-residential for job generation. So, as we move forward the next 2 months with this annexation and trying to move that forward, that'll open up some more doors and hopefully, create some jobs in here that'll parlay with what, the supervisor here talks about and the county's trying to do to the north of us. And if we can get ours moving along with theirs and partner together and provide support services in some of those businesses there, it'll really take off here on the west side.
Excellent.
Thank you, Michael. Great project.
Yeah.
With that, Ally, do you have anything for us tonight? Our Recreation Director? Does that sound like a good title?
There you go. Council members, Mayor, good evening. Quick catch-up, Harvest Market is last Friday and is going to be this coming up Friday for the next 3 weeks we started our Harvest Market at 19 booths. This coming up week we'll have 25 booths with food, crafts, and just some goodies for everybody to come out to enjoy. So please come on out there. We'd hope to see you guys out there walking around, checking it out and enjoying our plaza and spreading the word to others. I'd like to also thank you for coming out and cooking the first week. I know I wasn't here last meeting, but personally thank you guys for coming out and doing our opener for soccer. That was amazing. You as well as other departments, staff members who are out there. Soccer's going great. Luckily we haven't had a lot of problems with the parking or the park itself. We are at max capacity with soccer players out there right now, so hopefully next season we'll be back at Sherman Field. Basketball signups have started as of yesterday. We do have a cap out this year due to uniform restrictions. We affiliate with the Warriors, so we are working side by side with them to get our basketball season going. Coming up events, Trunk or Treat, as stated before, we are part of Trunk or Treat. As the Recreation Director and Community Liaison, we will have a booth out there representing our city and the department together. So any candies that you may have, please come on down and bring them to us, or PD. We can all use as many candies as we can. We are currently working on the Christmas tree lighting as well. It has been extended an extra hour. That's to allow for all the businesses who give out prizes. It's not a raffle. It's more of a free gift event where they do put their tickets into a raffle, but we don't charge. So it's completely community pushed, and it's for them. The business is giving back to the community. At the same time, we will be having a silent tree auction in the theater and sing-alongs and DJ. That way you guys know what's going on. And that's what I have to report so far.
Super.
Thank you.
Super.
Doing a great job.
Good, great job.
Thank
Good job, Ally. Thank you so much. With that, Chief Richardson, do you have anything tonight, sir?
I'd just like to thank you guys again for allowing us to get to full staff and one above where we have been for the past 10 years. We've very fortunate the last 4 that we've hired. I'm extremely excited for these 4. I think they're going to be great for the city. 2 of them already live in the city. One's thinking about relocating here. So I think with the strong community ties is exactly what our department needs. We've always been family-based, and I think that's just continuing to show by the people that we're hiring.
Fantastic.
I'd be happy to answer any questions.
It's great to see all the officers tonight, makes you proud. But anyway, I know it makes you even prouder than what we feel, but thank you for everything you do, Chief.
It's always fun for us to see these badge pinnings. And the fire department pinnings, too.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
Try to keep harmony in the house here.
Lou, it's your turn.
All right.
And I know you don't have anything to say that often, but financially, are we sound?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Okay.
Like I mentioned before, we had 3 audits that were going on at the end of this year. We had the first one with the state. I received an email back from them saying that we're fine. They didn't have any findings, issues with us. We're just waiting on the final report of that one. The second one is with StanCog on our Measure L. I was told by their auditors that we were the first to provide everything that they've requested and that they're pretty much done with our audit, and he didn't give any indications that there anything that they found.
Fantastic.
So we'll be the first ones done on that one, and again, we're also waiting for the final report on that. We're working with our annual audit with the firm that audits all of our funds. We've already completed and filed the street report, which was, it's due at the end of the month. We filed that last week. So we're ahead of the game on that, and our final annual report is on schedule to be presented to council the first council meeting in December. So other than that, everything's going good.
Fantastic. Any questions for Lou? Thank you for doing a great job, Lou,
You're
and
going
your
to give
staff.
him a raise, Mike?
Yeah, we're open.
Won't complain.
All right.
Hey, thank you so
Good
much.
job, Lou.
Catherine?
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to update you on our CDBG projects that are under construction right now. The Q Street, the last block of Q Street's getting new curb and gutter, sidewalk, some driveway rehabilitation, and then new trees. That is going to be a nice project for that street. And then the Amy Klein Park project is going to have new playground equipment, some ADA access from Driscoll up into the park and playground area, some new picnic tables. There'll be playground equipment plus swings. And so that project is moving along nicely. And we'll be working on the next project list for CDBG with Michael's assistance. And we're going to hopefully go out to bid on the Well 10 project. We're still waiting on to make sure 100% that the funding is going to be there to be able to do that project, but we expect to go out to bid in October and November and open bids in January and start construction in the spring on that project. So we're hoping that's going to move forward, and it was really exciting to be part of the meeting today. A lot of great ideas out there, and it was really amazing to see all that talent in one room for us. And so I look forward to seeing that project happen. And off to Ms. Chief.
Catherine, will you
Yes.
just let them know the crack ceiling, what areas?
So the crack ceiling, I'm still working on an agreement with Livingston, but we're going to do Creek Canyon, and then we're going to try to, depending on how much material and time Livingston has with their men, we're going to move on to the east of Eucalyptus into that neighborhood. Crack sealing is really used on really good roads. It's not something that used on roads that need maybe a slurry seal or more rehabilitation. This is just to preserve a really nice road already, and it'll give it a longer life. And so you really have to start with a good neighborhood. And so those are anticipated areas that will be crack sealing this year. And then hopefully every year thereafter, we'll just continue on the good roads and preserve the life of those.
Catherine, real quick, a question on bicycle lanes. I know in the city, you can see all the new bicycle lanes that we have. Is there like a master plan as far as bicycle lanes that will be put in the future, or are we just about where we need to be right now, or what?
There is, it's called the Non-Motorized Transportation Plan, and it is a plan that shows everywhere bicycle lanes are going to go in the future. And so that'll be tied to any road projects, any widening projects, and also development. For instance, the project that we have out on Canal School and Inyo, that we will take bike lanes down Inyo and then also down Canal School to get to that site. And those Class 2 bike lanes are already identified in the non-motorized transportation plan. And so if anybody wants to see that, we can provide a copy of that so you can check it out.
Thank you so much.
I have a quick question. On my way here to council meeting this evening, I come up Hills Ferry, and I noticed, it's really weird, 3 kids were on bikes. Here's the bike lanes, right? They're riding on the sidewalk where people are walking. And is there anything set up for that?
So that is probably something that their parents are teaching them, because parents think that it's safer for kids to be on the sidewalk on their bikes rather than out in the bike lanes. And so I guess that would be kind of an educational type thing that maybe we should do with kids, and we can talk to the elementary schools and
Right.
maybe have a little presentation on
I know
the
that
correct
one young
use of
lady
bike
had
lanes.
to pull over to the side with her baby stroller and stuff, you know, and
Just kids think they're safer on the sidewalk. I think and that's just a guess on my part.
Yeah. The problem is, just to make a comment, like Sherman Parkway, there's just absolutely no place for people to ride a bike, so they end up on the sidewalk. And I can understand parents not wanting their children to ride in the street. It's just, until that street is wider, they won't be able to put a bike lane in.
Sherman, yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Chief, do you have anything for us tonight?
The best for last, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Well, yeah, listen, when my house is on fire, I'm not gonna call the police department. I'm gonna call
And I'll
you.
continue
We're
to
gonna get
get,
there first, but you're not gonna call us, but we're gonna get there first.
I'll continue to give them the staff they need that are good employees. Yeah.
That's right. There you go.
No, I got a couple things for you guys. You guys have probably heard about the PG&E public safety power shutoffs they do.
Easy.
Yeah, so
They're nuts.
they're doing them up north right now. We're lucky that they're not affecting us. I was told we're part of Zone 7, which is Stanislaus County. I called directly to our representative. He promised me it would be a pretty big event for us to have a shutdown. So we're safe for now. They are at what they call an elevated status. And if you guys check your inbox, I did send you some information on this, but a lot of this is based off forecasts of weather, and since we're in a high fire danger right now, there's that potential. So they are having some shutoffs, but it's not going to affect us.
How long do they last when
It just depends. I think they were trying, the last I heard, they were going to try to, after the event goes through, they try to get within, the next day, get out and check their lines so they can power them back up. So it just really depends. They've been trying to give 7-day was warning. So, yeah, and I can send you guys some more information on that if you want a little more info on it.
Do we have an ordinance for power generators or anything like that?
I don't think we have any ordinances for power generators. In what circumstances?
Yeah, we have generators for our public safety personnel, but ordinances, we can't require people to have power generators for their houses.
Right.
Could be more of a
Because I was
civil
thinking
issue.
that if that start happening, because I know it did in the Bay Area where they had these power outages, and sometimes they last through the night. So what I'm saying is, we don't have an ordinance to where if people who want to purchase, let's say generators, we don't have an ordinance.
No, there's probably some building code issues about what they need to do if they're going to hook their generator into their house, but we don't have any ordinances governing that. Again, that would just be something a civil matter that somebody does on their own property. I mean, to hook your generator up to your house, you gotta do things correctly, because if that power comes back on and you got them both going, it could be,
Right.
so.
Okay.
Anyway, Chief, just to make a comment on that, probably watched on the news tonight, where a gentleman had a restaurant, and they shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
And financially, that poor person is going to take a beating. That's a lot of power for the PG&E, and the thing of it is, they just haven't done their job. But anyway,
Yeah,
Who am
thank you. And then the second thing I want to remind everyone is it is still National Preparedness Month. So this week's theme is Get Involved in Your Community's Preparedness. And you can visit ready.gov for some information on how you can prepare yourself. Also want to introduce the CERT team. We do have a CERT team on the west side. I don't know if you guys knew that. We do have a couple members involved. You can get the information on the website. And then also they're going to be doing October 17th at 10:17 a.m. They do the Great California Shakeout. I don't know if you guys have participated in this in the past, but if you visit shakeout.org, you can register your business or your group and participate. And then the last part I want to remind you is you can visit Stanislaus County's website and sign up for StanAware, and you can get emergency notifications to your phone and all. So I can answer any other questions you guys might have.
thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
With that, Casey, do you have anything to?
Yeah, if Chief is going to send me more information, I'll check the spam button on you.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
I'd like to welcome Mark and Victor to our community and to the police department. Glad they're here. Other than that, I have nothing.
Roy, do you have anything?
Yeah, a couple of things. The students, you guys are from, hello? You guys are from Oris Denver?
He graduated, I'm a senior right I wanted the concept of 2019 of Orange at High School. It's actually a pretty good class. Like I learned like a lot of new things in economics, governments, all for 4 years. And basically, like my father, my older brother, actually like tried to prepare me for senior year to get ready, make sure I don't slack off or anything. But other than that, it's actually a pretty fun school that I kind of live this right now.
So what are you doing now? I mean, are you basically working on going to junior college or something like that?
Yeah, like I'm actually planning on signing myself up for Modesto Junior College around April and October, or for this next month. I'm thinking about setting up my schedule for Modesto Junior College. Right now, in the meantime, I try to find like a part-time job around Newman or Patterson.
Well, good luck to that.
Thank you.
And then you basically, you're a senior, you say?
Yes.
And you're working on, you writing any?
He's working on a government project.
Okay.
I feel like right now it's about leading and doing like an essay for governments.
Okay.
The seniors at Oristemba, in their government class, are required to attend a public meeting, whether it be city council, planning commission, county supervisors, that kind of thing, and then they write a short essay to report back to their teacher on what they learned.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for coming, and you're welcome to come back, even when you're not doing essays, come and visit, just to know what your city is doing.
Well, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We'll always love to come here anytime.
Yeah, great. Our Christmas tree, how is that Christmas tree doing?
It's alive and upright and
It's not a bush
it's
anymore.
straight. It's straight.
Go down here about a half a block.
Yeah, you can see it.
Look at it. It's doing great.
It's doing good. It's doing well, yeah. We'll probably work with Miss Mattis again on decorating it, so
Yeah, it looks good.
it's good.
Looks healthy.
Yeah.
But we're not going to let Public Works trim it. Sorry, Catherine. That was before your time.
Anyway.
So how long we've had it, Mike?
I think we're on our third year.
Years?
Yeah, we're on our third year.
Great. Yeah. I'm just getting some firepower when people ask me about the tree.
Yeah. Next time, it's only on its third year, so, but it's getting established. It's going to be a nice, healthy tree for a while for us, so.
Looks good. Okay.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Nick, do you have anything tonight?
Tonight.
Congratulations, Chief, on our new officers, and thanks to the Pinata Fire Department for providing training for them so that they can become effective officers in our town. No, seriously, you guys both are doing a great job with our public safety activities, and we're quite proud of both of you and your departments.
Anything else? I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. We had a great audience. Of course, seems like there's always, when there's a pinning of an officer, that it's always a special time. Families love to be here, love to take pictures with their loved ones and everything else. And with that, I'd just like to thank the staff, everyone that's part of the staff, for what you do for us. And the thing with it is, we thank you. You make us look good.
Yep.
It's easier for us when we come here and make decisions, and you've been involved, and you give us all the information we need to make the right decision, so I thank you for that. And with that, I'd like to ask for adjournment.
So move.
Second. We are adjourned.